Hello, welcome to my channel. Lindsay Umlah here, holistic nutritionist, yoga goddess, lady boss, and founder of the Loving Myself Loudly movement. My number one goal is to help you dive into a deeper relationship with yourself, to up your self-love game and allow you to show up brightly, beautifully, and bold just as you are. So how do we make that happen? So today we're going to be talking about 5 steps to help you love the skin that you're in. So today we're not talking about changing things, tweaking things, but more importantly, how we can show up and love what it is that we've been given. So let's dive in. 1, spend more time loving up yourself. So what do I mean by this? I mean, take initiative, take a step out of yourself and start looking at yourself as a whole. We have this beautiful knack of picking apart our bodies piece by piece by piece. We look at photos and we zero in on a certain area that might seem flawed. We walk by a mirror and we zero in on something that bothers us, whether it's cellulite or a little extra cushion for the push-in or whatever your insecurity might be. We have this ability to tear ourselves apart. And so what I want to encourage you guys to start doing as this first tip is just start looking at your body as a whole and spend time enjoying yourself. Spend time loving on yourself. Spend time giving yourself the opportunity to get comfortable with your body. So some of my favorite ways to do this are using things like loving affirmations, making a point of looking at myself and giving myself a once over every time I walk by a mirror. And as I do that, I make a point of telling myself something that I love about me, or even just a damn girl, you look amazing today, or wow, your energy is contagious. Just something, anything that you can either say to yourself out loud if you're home, because we don't want to be totally crazy, right? Or in your head if you're out and about on the go. In the past, I had this habit of kind of turning away from any mirrors or really feeling uncomfortable being in front of a camera until I allowed myself this intentional reconnection with self. When we make a point of putting ourselves in a position where we see ourselves often, where we spend time with ourselves and where we reconnect, it becomes more natural and normal to be in a space where we send positive, loving thoughts to ourselves. Tip number 2, dress to impress yourself. It's not about what your aunt thinks. It's not about what your mom thinks. It's not about what your classroom thinks if you're a teacher. It's about what you think and feel about yourself. So in the past few years, I've really been making a point of bringing only pieces into my wardrobe that I absolutely love. So if it doesn't make me feel fantastic, if it doesn't make me feel like a rock star, if I don't love how it makes me feel, it's not coming home with me. Where in the past, I was all about those budget deals and buying anything that fit because I wasn't really interested in showing up for the world. I was more interested in just fitting in or masking myself and hiding. If instead we make intentional purchases with our wardrobe and bring only pieces into our wardrobe that we absolutely love and that make us feel empowered and incredible and amazing, it completely changes the way you not only feel about yourself, but how you show up. So go out there, find pieces that you love, and bring that into your wardrobe so that you can feel as amazing as you actually are. Because when we feel good and when we look good, it completely shifts how we're perceived. Tip number 3 increase your self-care. So this is something you're going to hear me talk about time and time again, the importance of self-care. I am continuously drilling this into my clients and my followers over and over and over again. But there's a reason for this. Not only is it important to give back to ourselves simply for the fact that 90% of us are out there giving, and not spending enough time receiving or giving back to ourselves, which inevitably always ends in burnout. So nobody wants to be burnt out, but more importantly, the more time that we spend intentionally engaging in acts of love towards ourselves, the easier it is to naturally feel those feelings for ourselves. So when we engage in these activities and opportunities to pour love into our body, we start to feel more love for our body. So it doesn't matter what the self-care is. It could be mini moments throughout your day of taking intentional breaths for yourself, in being a little bit more intentional with your daily routine of showering or moisturizing or washing your face or whatever the case may be. Or it can be something that's more extravagant, like taking a spa day or getting your hair done, which I just did today, or anything else that's gonna make you feel nourished and loved. Self-care is different for every single person, and it's really about finding the activities that you can engage in on a regular basis that really fill you up, that make you feel that love that you are meant to feel. And the more that we feel that, the more that we allow that in our lives, the easier that it becomes to maintain that feeling on an everyday basis. So spend time with yourself, invest in your self-care, whether it's a few dollars or hundreds of dollars or really just an investment in time. All that matters is that you're making a point of prioritizing your self-care. Tip number 4, surround yourself with body positive people. Whether it's online, whether it's in person, make a point of shifting what you allow in your life, because every single thing that's in your life has an effect on you. It has an effect on what you think about and ultimately what you speak about, which is going to change the way that you feel. So make a point of really filtering through those social media feeds and making sure that you have things in there that are positive, that are uplifting, and that really enforce this body positive love. Also, make a point of being aware of how the individuals that you allow in your life are speaking not only about themselves, but about other people as well. You want to make sure that you're allowing positive influences into your life, and also to be in a space where you can encourage that positive influence in somebody else's life as well. So what does that look like? If you're noticing that you have a particular trend that's going on in your friend circle where there's a lot of conversations about diet culture and body negativity and just negative self-talk, you want to make a point of recognizing that and then be the intentional shift and change. See if you can find some more people who are a little bit more positive that you can bring into your life. And then also make a point of breaking the cycle by choosing how you speak about your body around these people very intentionally. So be the change maker and the wave maker and speak loving things about yourself. Break the cycle by simply showing up for you and speaking beautifully about yourself and thinking beautifully about yourself. So if you don't have those people of influence in your life, do a little bit of research. Find some people online that you can follow who have this really, really beautiful ability to speak about themselves in a positive way, who are champions for change for the way women look and speak about their bodies. Bring those people into your life. Lean on the inspiration, take from the inspiration, and then share that with your circle of friends. Tip number 5, last but not least, don't talk shit about your body. It's really, really simple in theory, but in actuality, it is so incredibly hard. And that's because for so many years, like most of us, I'm sure you've been talking horribly about your body. You've been hyper-focused on all of these things that are deemed flaws, and you forget that what you say is what becomes reality. So the more that we talk positively about our body, the more that we say loving words to our body, the more that becomes the reality of our situation. So don't talk garbage about yourself. Make a point of catching yourself and building the awareness of how you speak about your body and how you think about your body. And if you're catching yourself saying something or thinking something negative about either your body as a whole or a particular area, stop yourself, make a point of recognizing it, and then choose to reframe and reprogram your thinking. It's really, really simple, but it is one of the most powerful things you can ever do for yourself. So example, if I'm choosing to hyper-focus on the softness of my belly or my stretch marks, and I'm getting myself caught up in maybe the number that's on the scale, not that I recommend using a scale, but that's a talk for another day. What I really do in those moments where I catch myself going, oh my God, my belly is just out of control, I can't believe I let myself get like this, or meh, 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 whatever the topic of the conversation or a negative self-talk is for the day, I'll stop myself, I'll recognize it, build that awareness around it, and then immediately I will cultivate 3 points of gratitude and love that I have for that particular area of my body that I was actively bullying. So with my belly, for example, I'll bring in gratitude and love for the amazing, amazing human being that it allowed me to grow, to nourish, and to love. Because without that beautiful belly, without those beautiful stretch marks, I wouldn't know the power that I have as a woman, and I wouldn't have my beautiful daughter here. I also look at cultivating gratitude for what my body's doing behind the scenes, all of that amazing digestive work, all of the nutrients that it's sending into my bloodstream and sending to the places that I absolutely need it so that I can thrive and show up. And then I'll also cultivate a little bit of love for my strong core, for the beautiful core that keeps me upright, that allows me to practice yoga, that allows me to chase my daughter. I'll intentionally bring these thoughts of gratitude and love into this area of my body so I can shift the focus and shift the energy that I'm cultivating around my body. This is one of the go-to tips and tools that I give to my clients so that they can build that better body confidence and build that self-love relationship with their gorgeous, gorgeous vessel. So there you have it. Those are my 5 go-to tips to allow you to fall more in love with you, to build an appreciation and love for the amazing body that you've been gifted, and allow you to walk in the world with more confidence, more love, and spread that love wherever you go. So from me to you, I'm sending you so much gratitude, so much love. If you are totally digging the content that was shared today, please let me know in the comments. I want to hear from you. Was this helpful? Was this inspiring? Is this something that you're going to use in your life? If it's something that you're absolutely digging, if you know people in your life that are going to totally dig or need this content, give it a share, help spread the love. It is so incredibly appreciated. And if you're super into what's being shared, hit that subscribe button because I'll have more awesome content for you every single week, child willing. So sending you love, thanking you so much for tuning in and jumping on, and we will talk super soon. Go out there and love your amazing, beautiful self. Mwah.